Welcome back to the channel, boys and girls. I hope we've had a lovely Christmas. I'm more fat, can't eat anymore, so back on the car. So our Fusion kit has come, the one I showed you in the link, if you haven't, and we've got a vacuum machine. So I'm going to show you how to get a vacuum machine on the cheap and with all the good stuff that we need to help it all work. So let's show you all the bits. Right, what I've done is I pulled this off, and you can see in some bits where the resin never infused with the carbon. Hence why you should really have a vacuum bag, which we got all the kit by there. I'll show you all that now. So we got this out, junk, probably wasted 30 quid there, but we learned something as well. So 30 quid well spent. So this is a kit that comes from, can't remember the name of it, I'll put a link in by here. This is what comes with all that stuff, and it comes with this piece here as well, which you screw the bottom off, clamp it between your sheet and suck all the air out. Now this is an AC pump, and it comes with three of these, some gauges, and it's 4 cm as well, 4 cubic feet per meter pump, vacuum pump, and it was only like 30 quid, not 30 quid, sorry, it was 53 pounds something it was. So the whole kit is really like 120 quid, so 120 pound, couple of pence. So can't go wrong with that, because they wanted like 300 quid for this pump. That pump is exactly the same pull as when they were selling for like 300 quid. So don't forget, we're doing this on a cheap, so anybody can do it, hopefully. I mean, you've all seen the processing, how to lay all this up. If you haven't, then go on YouTube, and there's loads of videos on how to lay all this stuff in the right order. So I ain't going to bore you with that. As you've seen, that we pulled the carbon off and it weren't infused properly. That's why we should have a vacuum pump. I'd never do wet lay ever again. I'd always use a vacuum. Pull a vacuum on it, you know that all the resin infuses properly, and you get a tidy product. So what we're gonna do, I gotta repaint that now with some releasing agent, and then set it all up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can pull a tidy roof, and then we can get on with cutting the old roof off and get the roll caging all done, and then there's just plain sailing from here. So let's get set up. Right, so I've gone around all the outside with putty, so we've got no sharp edges, but I was just laying this stuff out, and it's a big bag basically. There's no ends to it, so I'm hoping that this will slide up both of them, so you'll have to waste some of that sealing stuff on going down each side. Well, I just thought I'd show you that bit before I carried on. Right-o, well, we managed to get it all in one bag. I had to cut down the middle though, but that's okay, that's fine. And we still got a shed load of vacuum bagging left over, so I'm really happy with that kit. For I can do other things, like I want to do the doors and stuff like that. So you're wondering why ain't no carbon in there? Well, I haven't forgotten. I wanted to make sure the bag went on there and fitted. So I can now put the carbon fibre in there, mix some juice up, and pull it back in. So I'm quite excited for this bit. I'm 65% sure it's going to work. You say if we don't try, we don't know, innit, you know? At least then we've done an experiment. If you pull it off, great, and then you know how to do yours. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the carbon fibre in there now in layers, mix a load of resin up, put it in there, pull a vacuum, and fingers crossed it comes out alright. So we'll do that next. Right, we've got it all in there. We've got the carbon, we've got the peel pie, we've got the breather, And we got the absorbing mat. Now we just gotta go around and seal all this up and across the front, and then we can pull a vacuum, fingers crossed. Right, so we started pulling a vacuum. I had to use a glue gun because this putty stuff that comes with it is, to be honest, shit. So we're just pulling a vacuum. Hopefully, seems to be sucking it in. So we'll keep pulling and vacuuming until all the airs come out of there, and hopefully we can shut them off and we can leave it a couple of days, and the job will be done. So you just gotta cross our fingers and hope it works. Right, after finding all the little holes, there's loads of little pinholes everywhere because that sticky stuff is absolutely crap, but the hot glue gun works a treat. If you want to use that on yours, I would recommend that, because this stuff is crap. Yeah, well, that's gone because I got pissed off with it and I threw it, so it's gone. But as you can see, it's pulling lovely, and it's all come into shape, which I'm well happy about. We keep it pulling for a while, and then all we have to do then is turn that tap, keep the vacuum on it, leave it for a couple of days, and then hopefully it will be good. Right, this is actually 3 days later, and let me tell you about this bad boy right here. Right, straight out of the box, I had this pulling a vacuum for 53 hours straight, and it's a trooper. Fair play to it. Yeah, it never skipped a beat. It pulled the vacuum lovely, constantly, for 53 hours. £53 well spent. Pretty mad, isn't it? 53 hours, 53 quid. And it's still going. So shout out to that. Well, now we got to get all this shit off and see how well it came out. Fingers crossed it came out good. So I'm just going to unpack it now, and we'll see what the end result is like. This stuff is just pulling up, so it's making my life easier, getting all that off. So I'll cut back to me when I got it all off. Right, from what I can see so far, it is looking mighty fine. Obviously we got that, and then you got the peel ply underneath this again to pull off. This is going to take some pulling off, but it's slowly emerging. Okay, we are one layer down, and we're just going to take this layer off, and then we got the peel ply underneath to come off, and then try and pull it out of the mould, and we can turn them over and see what it looks like. Oh, it's coming out really good. There's a couple of 1 or 2 little patches, but it's coming out really good. I've just got to get the rest of this off, and we'll see. Right, so we popped them out of the mould, and we're going to what's it called? Bond this into the top of the roof, because this is period correct Kevlar, carbon Kevlar, so we want that to when we look up. Just got to try and get these funny swirls out of it, and we've got some extra strengthening for the sides just in case, so we're gonna do that next. Right, well, we managed to get the roof out of the mould, and I'm really pleased with how it's come out, considering it's our first ever go. I've got a couple of little imperfections in it, but it's going to be painted anyway, so not too bothered about that. And we got the Kevlar on there as well, so for what we want, it's great, and it's come out. And we got rid of that sunroof, and that was basically one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to put a carbon roof on it, and the original one had a carbon Kevlar roof. So in the next video, I think we're going to be cutting the roof off, and obviously I'll clean this roof up, make it look all nice, even though we're going to be painting it anyway, and we can get this carbon roof installed. So until next time, see you soon.